Hey there, welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into a philosophy that can seriously change the way we handle life's challenges. Stoicism. It teaches us how to stay strong when things get tough, how to deal with life's ups and downs, and how to grow from them. What Stoics teach us is that while we can't control what happens around us, we can control how we respond, and that's where our true strength lies. In today's video, we're going to break down how Stoic philosophy can help you grow as a person and handle life's challenges better. Some of the hardest battles we face aren't with others, they're the ones inside our own minds. Doubt, fear, frustration, and at times, even despair. Life throws challenges at us when we least expect them, and how we respond to those challenges shapes everything about our journey. Now imagine having a mindset so unshakable, so resilient, that no obstacle can truly stop you. That's the kind of strength the Stoics spent their lives building. A mindset that can overcome anything, because it's rooted in the timeless principles of wisdom, courage, and self-control. Today, we're diving deep into Stoic wisdom. This isn't just some ancient philosophy from the past. It's a practical toolkit that's just as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago. These are the very lessons that empowered emperors, soldiers, and everyday people alike. They continue to guide millions around the world. If you've ever felt like life is dragging you down, or if you're just looking for a way to build a mental shield to withstand any storm, stick with us. By the end of this video, you'll have a blueprint to transform your mindset, a way to build a mental fortress so that no matter what life throws at you, you'll stand tall. But before we dive in, if you believe in the power of this wisdom and want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by hitting the subscribe button. Make sure to watch the entire video. Trust me, you don't want to miss the powerful insights we're about to explore together. Let's get started. Every challenge you face is a chance to test your virtues. Whether it's patience when you're stuck in traffic, resilience when you're dealing with loss, or courage when you're facing your fears. The Stoics believed it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. This mindset changes the game. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, we can see them as stepping stones on the path to self-mastery. So how do we embrace challenges? It starts with how we perceive them. Instead of viewing difficulties as setbacks, try seeing them as opportunities for personal growth. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can this teach me? This shift isn't just about trying to find the silver lining, it's about forging a character that thrives under pressure. Embracing challenges means staying present and engaged, not detached or indifferent. It's about facing life head-on with a calm mind and a clear focus on what you can control. And remember, Stoicism isn't about pushing your emotions away, it's about channeling them in a way that serves you and the people around you. This philosophy doesn't promise a life free from hardship, it offers a meaningful one. By consistently applying these Stoic principles, you'll find that not only can you withstand adversity, but you can actually flourish because of it. Every challenge becomes a chance to grow stronger, to become wiser. The Stoics teach us that true wealth doesn't come from material possessions. It comes from the richness of our ideas and the strength of our character. They encourage us to shift our focus away from accumulating transient wealth to developing ideas that are powerful enough to endure and make a real impact in the world. Think about it. The people who shaped history weren't necessarily the racist, they were the ones whose groundbreaking ideas changed the world. From Marcus Aurelius's philosophical insights to the revolutionary ideas of modern thinkers and leaders, the real currency they dealt with was ideas. So how can we use this in our own lives? It starts by fostering a mindset that values creativity and critical thinking over mindless consumption. Stoicism challenges us to ask, are we just collecting things that will fade? Or are we developing ideas that will last? That's not to say money and resources aren't important. They can be powerful tools when used wisely, but they shouldn't be our end goal. Our focus should be on creating and misapplicating thinking deeply about the world around us and coming up with solutions that go beyond just serving ourselves. More than that, embracing the Stoic idea of valuing ideas over wealth teaches us that personal growth and mastering one's emotions is essential for living a healthy life. Dispense will require mastering the yogi's Buddha gospel. Minimalism, as it relates to material things, is not just about using less stuff to live more wealthily. Anyone creates an environment increases. In a world that often prioritizes material wealth, the Stoic focus on ideas is a refreshing call to shift our attention to what truly matters. It challenges us to be thinkers, innovators, and philosophers in our own right, to build legacies of wisdom, not just wealth. Stoics teach us that while we can't control external events, we can control our reactions and actions, shaping our own destinies through deliberate choices and purposeful living. This isn't about forging a path in defiance of the world, but rather crafting a life that aligns with our deist values and virtues. So how do we start creating our own path? It begins with self-awareness. Stoicism encourages us to examine our lives critically and to question societal norms that might not resonate with our inner truth. Are we following a career or lifestyle because it's what's expected of us, or because it genuinely fulfills us? By reflecting on these questions, we can begin to carve out a life path that truly reflects who we are and what we believe in. Once we have a clearer sense of direction, the next step is to take action. Creating your own path requires courage. The courage to make unconventional choices, to step away from the beaten path, and to withstand the uncertainty and criticism that might come with such decisions. Stoicism equips us with the mental fortitude to handle these challenges by reminding us that our worth is defined by our actions and character, not by external approval or success. Additionally, creating your own path means embracing the concept of lifelong learning and adaptation. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius were proponents of ongoing self-improvement and adaptability. They believed that a wise person is always prepared to adjust their course and learn from their experiences. This adaptable approach is crucial in a world that is constantly changing. It encourages us to remain open and responsive to new information and experiences, ensuring that our path remains relevant and aligned with our growth. Lastly, creating your own path isn't just about personal ambition. It's about contributing to society in a meaningful way. Stoicism teaches us to look beyond our individual desires and consider how our actions affect others. By choosing a path that makes positively to those around us, we fulfill the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously within our community and the broader world. This interconnected perspective ensures that our path is not only self-fulfilling but also scientifically resistable. Change is inevitable. Change is also the principle of life. That means that everything that is alive will change, and even things that are not alive will change. Stoics understand that change is the only constant in life, and they teach us to embrace it, not just passively but actively, to mold and be molded by the changes that come our way, ensuring our growth and refinement through every experience. The Stoic approach to change is rooted in the decision-making pattern of control, a fundamental concept introduced by Epictetus. It reminds us to differentiate between what we can control, our actions, responses, and judgments, and what we cannot, such as the actions of others, the past, and much of the external world. By focusing our energy on our own sphere of influence, we become more effective and serene. This perspective equips us with a mental framework for adapting to change, by reducing anxiety over the uncontrollable and empowering us to act where we can. Moreover, adapting to change means maintaining an internal steadiness despite external fluctuations. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, advised us to be like a rocky promontory against which the waves constantly break. It stands firm while the turmoil of the sea falls still around it. This image is a powerful metaphor for Stoic resilience, the ability to maintain compass-level control over your emotions, so making sure that you bear them compassionately is a surefire way to success in life. This stability doesn't come from rigidity but from a deep understanding of and engagement with the natural flow of life. Practically adapting to change involves continual self-assessment and adjustment. Stoicism promotes an ongoing dialogue with oneself, a kind of internal audit on how we are responding to daily changes and challenges. Are we reacting emotionally, or are we responding thoughtfully? Are our actions consistent with our values? This reflective practice not only helps in managing immediate changes, but also in anticipating and preparing for future ones. Adapting to change in a Stoic sense means viewing each new circumstance as an opportunity for development. Every change, whether perceived as positive or negative, brings lessons and chances to refine our virtues, such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. For instance, a sudden hardship might provide an opportunity to practice fortitude and compassion, while an unexpected success might test and strengthen our humility and generosity. This isn't about making rigid plans that resist change, but rather about setting a course guided by our deepest values and virtues, ensuring that each step we take is intentional and meaningful. The Stoics often spoke about the importance of living with a purpose that transcends daily fluctuations and distractions. They argued that without a clear long-term vision, we are at the mercy of external events and impulses, tossed about like a ship without a rudder. A well-defined vision acts as this rudder, helping us navigate life's complex waters with direction and foresight. In practical terms, developing a long-term vision involves reflecting on what truly matters to us, what we value most in life, what kind of person we wish to become, and how we can contribute to the world around us. This vision should be resilient, capable of adapting to changes without losing sight of the overarching goals. For example, you might envision yourself as a lifelong learner, committed to personal growth and the betterment of society. How this manifests might change with circumstances, perhaps through career shifts, evolving relationships, or changing social contexts, but the core vision remains constant. Moreover, a Stoic approach to long-term vision involves preparing mentally for both success and setbacks. It teaches us to anticipate obstacles and view them as natural parts of the journey. This preparation is not pessimistic, but rather a form of realistic optimism. By considering potential challenges and visualizing how to handle them, we strengthen our resolve and flexibility, making us better equipped to persist toward our vision no matter what life throws our way. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of aligning our vision with actions that are under our control. It's not enough to simply dream or plan. We must also take concrete, consistent steps toward realizing our vision. This means setting manageable goals, reflecting on our daily habits, and continuously adjusting our strategies to stay aligned with our long-term aspirations. Each small action should be seen as a building block toward a larger purpose, imbued with meaning and direction. Developing a long-term vision in a Stoic sense means embracing the journey as much as the destination. The true value of this vision lies not just in achieving specific goals, but in the growth and insights we gain along the way. Stoicism teaches us to value each moment and challenge as part of our overall development, reminding us that the path to fulfilling our vision is just as important as the end result. A deep understanding of our thoughts, behaviors, and the motives behind them, aiming to align our actions with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoicism teaches us to turn inward and examine our responses to the world. This self-examination is a critical tool for personal growth, as it allows us to identify areas where our perceptions or actions may not align with our ethical standards or desired outcomes. It involves asking ourselves challenging questions. Why did I react that way? What can this emotion teach me? How can I respond better in the future? This level of inquiry helps us not only understand ourselves better, but also facilitates greater control over our relations and emotions. Furthermore, the Stoic practice of self-reflection includes a technique known as the evening review, where the day's events are replayed in the mind not to dwell on them but to evaluate and learn from them. This practice encourages a kind of daily mental cleanup, ensuring that we remain vigilant and conscious of our progress towards our personal goals. It helps cement the day's lessons and prepares us to face tomorrow with a clearer, more focused mind. In terms of personal growth, Stoicism promotes the idea that we should strive to be better than we were yesterday, rather than better than someone else. This philosophy teaches that comparison with others is a distraction and often a source of disaffection. Instead, by focusing on our own path and progress, we engage in a more constructive and self-affirming process. This inward focus fosters not only self-improvement, but also self-acceptance, acknowledging that while perfection is unattainable, continuous improvement is both achievable and deeply fulfilling. Additionally, Stoicism doesn't shy away from the discomfort that often accompanies growth. It acknowledges that real growth can be challenging and uncomfortable, as it requires us to confront truths about ourselves that we may prefer to ignore. However, it also reassures us that this discomfort is a natural part of developing virtue and character. Each challenge and every discomfort is an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues, to strengthen our resolve, and to enhance our capacity for compassion and understanding. Personal growth and self-reflection in a Stoic context mean living consciously, deliberately, and ethically. They involve a continuous dialogue between our inner selves and the external world, allowing us to navigate life not as passive recipients of our circumstances, but as active ethical participants shaping our lives with intention and integrity. Every hardship presents an opportunity to practice virtues like patience, endurance, and resilience. For instance, when we face a personal setback, we are given a chance to practice perseverance. When we encounter injustice, we have an opportunity to cultivate fortitude and advocate for fairness. The Stoics use these moments as exercises, much like a runner uses the high temperatures and heavy workouts to practice their heights. It's not about seeking out adversity, but when it inevitably appears, it's about responding in a way that aligns with our principles and enhances our character. By actively seeking the value in adversity, we transform our struggles into lessons and our trials into triumphs. Self-reflection plays a critical role in this process. Stoics regularly engage in practices such as meditation and journaling to reflect on their experiences, including their encounters with adversity. This isn't about ruminating over what went wrong, but about extracting actionable insights that can lead to personal improvement and better outcomes in the future. This reflective process helps internalize the lessons learned from adversity, ensuring that each challenge faced contributes to a deeper understanding and a more resilient self. Moreover, utilizing adversity involves embracing a certain level of detachment from external conditions. Stoics strive to maintain inner tranquility regardless of external circumstances, focusing on what they can control, their response and their attitudes. This detachment doesn't mean not caring about outcomes. Rather, it's about not being emotionally overwhelmed by them. It allows us to face life's ups and downs with equanimity and act according to our values, regardless of the situation. Utilizing adversity in a Stoic sense means transforming every challenge into a stepping stone. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Stoic Mindset Philosophy for more videos on personal growth, mindset, and Stoic wisdom. Your support means a lot and helps us continue sharing valuable content. Stay tuned for more, and remember to keep practicing those Stoic principles in your daily life. See you in the next video.